Hi guys, I'm Paige and I'm going through my physical TBR. So the first book I have is Slay by Brittany Morris. I found this at a thrift shop. A lot of these are from thrift shops and I'm not sure if I'm going to read them soon because they're not really in my wheelhouse at the moment because I mainly read romance, like YA, and a lot of contemporary, but some of these are out of my comfort zone. I also have Jennifer Hansen because I love musicals, and Jennifer Hansen has a really good soundtrack. That's literally the only reason why I like it. Then we have Family of Liars. I was gonna start reading it, but then I got a new book. I liked We Were Liars, and I've heard that this is kind of better, but I don't know. Cutie, hi. My cat's being kind of loud. Then I got Roxy by Neil Shusterman and Gerard Shusterman, and we read Dry for language arts, and we had to do a mock trial for it, and it was literally so good. So I want to read this, but it kind of has some hard-hitting topics, so I'm kind of scared about it. I got Popular. It was only 50 cents in my book at Friends of the Library book sale, so I got it. Cutie! Cat break. Then I have two Karen McManus books. I have Nothing More to Tell, because it sounded kind of like another book I've read. What's the other book I was thinking of? I don't know. I was thinking of a book when I read the bio. And then I have The Cousins, because I found it at Barnes & Noble for the 50% off. And I'm like, ooh, Cousins. And I had money, so I was like, I'm going to buy it, because I wanted to read this, but I never did. And I got this at my book fair. I don't know, it sounded interesting. It was only $2, and that's the main reason I bought it. But it's like it kind of sounds like The Do-Over, and I like The Do-Over a lot, so. Then I have The Ivies. I don't know, I really went through a mystery, like I love mystery, but then I've kind of gotten out of it so far. I found this at a thrift shop in the coastal city that we go to, and it literally sounds so cool. It's Frozen, but it's like if Hans and Anna was like their story. It sounds really, really cool. Although it does have a whole like dedication little thing that someone wrote in there, so that's kind of interesting. Now I have the 3 John Green books I've owned, but I have not read yet. So I have Paper Towns, which I found at a thrift stop. And then I have Looking for Alaska and Abundance of Catherines. All of these I found at a thrift shop, which is my local thrift shop or just a bunch of random places. We have a bookstore here, like one bookstore in my entire town, and I found 2 of these there. I really, really want to read Looking for Alaska the most, I think. Cutie! So this is the only Princess Diaries I own, and it's number 4. But it's the one that they had at the Friends of the Library book sale. So that's what I got because I want to read The Princess Diaries. It's one of my favorite movies of all time. Then I have this book called Love Boat Typee. I think that's how you pronounce it. I have no clue. I did a blind date with a book a few days ago from Barnes & Noble, and it was like YA fiction, and it said on a boat and has romance and twists. I'm like, ooh, I'm going to buy that. Why We Fly. I got this a few days ago because my library is doing like, there's like reading logs and you do 7 hours and you get a free book and then 3 little like trinkets, and this was the first book I got. This is another thing from Friends of the Library book sale. I have no idea what it is. It just said Harper Teen on it. I'm like, okay. It's a teen book because they had barely any teen books at that freaking book sale. Cutie, what do you want? I'm busy. Okay. I've never read Percy Jackson, and I found the first 2. So I'm just gonna skip that. Next we have Cinder. I want to read Cinder, but I'm really having a tough time with fantasy. So I'm not sure if it's a really good thing for me to read right now, because I'm not sure if I can get through it. But I got it in a book vending machine at my school because I have those now, and that's amazing. Okay. This is the second to last book I have. The True Confessions of Charlotte Doyle. Is this a small child book? Yes. But I was feeling nostalgic. I found this at my local bookshop, and we read this in 5th grade, and I've been wanting to read it because I just love it so much. And we learned how to tie knots, and it gives me so many core memories that I was like, I need to read this. I guess I'll have a cat break right now. Okay, bye, cutie. The last book is The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue. I so badly want to read this, but it's really hard for me to read fantasy. And this is pretty much fantasy, like sci-fi fantasy. But I have read like 80-something pages of it. So I'm really, really wanting to read this. Just kind of hard for me to read fantasy. So those are all the books on my physical TBR. I've been not reading that much lately, but I'm getting back into reading because I got a library card. Also, my channel is going to have a little bit like of a revamp, I feel like, because I don't really want to make that much content anymore. Unless it's about books. I really, really am into books right now, so I feel like I'm just going to try to post more about books. I think that's all. Like and subscribe, and have a good day.